After working a long shift at his job with the U.S. Air Force, engineer Earl Frazier is ready to call it a day.
As he was getting ready to go to bed, all of a sudden he hears all this banging and yelling, and he knew something was going on. So you have one of two choices. You can either ignore it and hope it stops, or you can open the door and see what's going on.
Open up!
He sees a man wearing a light blue robe, banging on other doors.
Earl realizes this robe is covered in blood. So he doesn't know if this guy's been hurt and he's bleeding, or if somebody else is hurt and he's been covered with their blood.
Let me in! Let me in! Somebody's been killed. You have to call 911.
On the far side of town, Lieutenant Joe Kenda is wide awake, but desperate to get some sleep.
I can't turn my mind off, and I certainly can't turn off traumatic memory. You can't. Like to, love to, doesn't work. So I sleep in spurts, hour or two, and I'm up, toss and turn, make my wife insane, and the phone rings.
It's Kenda.
Getting that call was a lot more entertaining to me than having to argue with myself about why I'm not sleeping.
All right, I'm on the way. Bye.
But now we have a reason to be awake.
Dispatch tells Kenda there's been a stabbing at 1205 South Kelton Road.
Hey, Lieutenant.
So what we got?
We got a bit of a strange one here.
Okay.
We got a 24-year-old black male with some serious stab wounds. Found a license in his pocket that identifies him as Keith Andrews. The ambulance just rushed him to the hospital.
What's the strange part?
Got a guy in custody who's already owning up to the stabbing.
Usually nobody's around when these things happen. People tend to run away. But this guy, they have.
This guy kept coming at me. I didn't know what to do. I don't know this guy. I have my wife here. Just imagine if I had kids here. You know? I was afraid.
That's the guy right there, Lloyd Carmen. He lives here.
Okay.
He has a cast on his left forearm. It's been there a while. It's not a brand new cast, but he's got blood all over him.
Mr. Carmen, I'm Lieutenant Kenda.
Okay, listen, I'm telling you, I had no choice. This guy kept coming at me. I didn't know what to do. It was all self-defense.
Slow down a second. Let's back up a little bit. So you live here, right?
Yes.
He is really panicky and talking a mile a minute. He is really in a hurry to tell me what happened.
I was watching TV. Somebody knocked at the door. Who is it? This guy I've never met before bum rushes me and starts attacking me. And then he pulls out a knife.
And he wrestles with this guy and puts him down on the floor. But he still can't stop him.
But I'm telling you, it was all self-defense.
And then what happened?
The guy just laid there, and I didn't know how bad he was. So I just started yelling for somebody to call 911.
We're going to have to examine this closely. This person's condition is grave, so this is a serious matter. But from what he says so far, could certainly be the truth.